Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. Now I wanted to come with this base. So my go-to foundation is the Nars Radiant Longwear foundation. That's my absolute favorite. But today, because I've got a bit of a tan, I am going to be mixing in my light reflecting foundation in the shade, oh no, this is Stromboli. No, I need in Barcelona. So Vanautu and Barcelona. Okay guys, so before I go in with my Nars foundation, I am going to color correct slightly. And even though I use really good foundations, I use expensive foundations, you don't have to use expensive foundations, because like say for example for my corrector that I use around my mouth area and under my eyes, I just use the LA Girl Pro Coverage foundation in the shade Warm Beige, because it has a slight orange tint to the foundation. It works really well. So I'm going to put that around my mouth area. And I do usually use a beauty blender, but when I want full coverage, I like to use a brush. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my mouth was really kind of dark. And that's just because I have hyperpigmentation there, guys. It's nothing new. I've had it there my whole life. So, and then I'm just going to colour correct under my eyes as well. So I'm going to use a smaller concealer brush. And then just colour correct under the eyes. Honestly, if I don't do a makeup tutorial here and there, I just don't feel like doing YouTube, because this is fun for me. Like, I grew up watching makeup tutorials. Like, I literally learned how to do makeup via the internet. Well, I knew kind of how to do makeup before the internet, but literally girls like Carly Bible, Jordan Lipscomb, Manny MUA, who else? Yeah, and guys, we need to blend out the colour corrector as well. I only like a light layer of corrector, because this is pretty full coverage. Jackie Aina and other YouTubers as well, I love watching them. So I don't know, I just have to come with the makeup tutorials, guys. There's no way I can only do vlogs. Can't always do vlogs. But guys, we're gonna go in with the Nars foundation now. And to be fair, with foundation I just go in lightly on the cheek area, and I kind of just buff it in with a brush. You can go with a beauty blender or whatever you have. But yeah, and guys, if this doesn't match me perfectly, again, like I said, I have a tan, so it's absolutely fine if my foundation doesn't match me perfectly today, because I'm just gonna bronze up. Put a light layer on my forehead. I don't like too much product on my forehead, but I like everything to match. Now, the brush that I'm using is a Real Techniques buffer brush. This comes in a set, and you can literally get this for like £15 a set from Superdrug. So again, you don't need to like buy anything too expensive. And yeah guys, just keep buffing, keep adding foundation so you can get the coverage that you want. Just put a little bit of concealer. This is the H&B Cosmetics concealer in the shade SF2WN. It is definitely more, I would say, concealer. Now guys, put on however much concealer you like. This is how much I like, but put how much you want on the nose bridge, just a tiny bit on the forehead, not too much, and a little bit on the chin. Now what I do in order to get the most amount of coverage for my concealer, I like to let it sit for a little bit and then blend it out. However, obviously if you have like a really matte concealer, blend that out as quickly as you can. As long as it's full coverage, then you can get what you want out of it. I use my beauty blender. Please ignore the state of it, guys. I'm not washing it just for a video. It doesn't need a wash just yet. It's basically just stained. That's all it is. You know, beauty blenders, they just stain. Now the good thing about this concealer is full coverage, so even if you don't let it sit for too long, the coverage is still there. So while I'm waiting for my under eyes to kind of dry down a little bit, I like to just do the bridge of my nose and the forehead, and just to blend that out slightly. And guys, I just want you to know that I am PMSing right now. I'm due to start my period in literally 2 days, and your girl has been going through it, honestly. And I also have work this afternoon as well, so your girl is going through it. Anyways, let's stop yapping and let's blend out this concealer. And then I like to just hit the temples too, just so it's all kind of blended out. Now, before we go in and set, I did say I like to go in with some blush. So I'm just going to use Plouise Blush and keep this more towards my under eye. And then I'm going to go in with a bit of a darker blush underneath. And guys, this is more of like a date night type of look. So, you know what? You can't even see that on my skin tone. Maybe I need to like, maybe it's the lighting. But this is just near my concealer. In with my beauty blender because then it just blends out quickly. And then it doesn't leave any harsh lines. I wish you guys could see this. I might just put down my lighting so you can see it. Go in with a darker shade of blush. Now I have this lipstick from Maybelline that I like to use as like a darker blush, and it's going to go perfectly with this eye look. So I'm just going to put that on the apples of my cheeks. Not the apples of my cheeks, my cheekbones. Because if you put more blusher on your cheek area, it's actually going to make your cheeks like pop out here. So wherever you place the product, that's where you're going to get that pop. And then I'm just going to blend that in. So like before I set my face, I like to do all my cream products. That's just how I like to do it, which is the normal way because you don't want to put powder on top of creams. Or at least I don't anyway, because I have dry skin. I don't really want to do that. That looks so good, so intense. I feel like I might do this look for my friend's wedding. I don't know. But this eye look as well is giving me life. So yeah, looks so good. Alright, cool. So let's go in with some bronzer. Now guys, my bronzer palette that I like to use, it broke. So I'm just going to go in with like a darker foundation and just bronze up. I like to do cream products first. And the blush I'm just going to place just here. And guys, I like to use a warmer bronzer. Again, you can use any bronzer that you like. I'm just using a darker foundation. I'm just going to keep on going. Bronze up around the face. So I like to do my cheeks and around my forehead. I don't like to do my jawline because my jaw is quite square. So I don't really like to do my jawline. Oh, here we go. You can see that a lot better. I think because I used way more product on that side. Which I'm going to have to probably blend out with a beauty blender because I feel like it's taken over slightly. Do my temples. And again guys, this doesn't mean you need to like go out and buy so much product or anything like that. This is just so, you know, this is just so you guys know like the placement of where your product is going and how to kind of make your face look more snatched. Now obviously the bronzer, again, it's going a bit crazy, so I'm just going to go in again with my beauty blender and just blend out on top of everything that we've done. A smaller brush. And we are going to hit the nose slightly. Now, I usually don't contour my nose with creams. However, I have been influenced to try it, so I'm going to try it. Just down the sides, and then I like to hit the tip of my nose. Again, I like to blend out the nose with a beauty blender. And then guys, what we're going to do is we're going to set this all with powder. And then underneath it's going to look really nice. And sometimes again guys, I just go in with my fingers to blend and warm up any product. I go in with my Laura Mercier powder. This is my go-to. The Huda Beauty one and other ones are great as well. In fact, if you do want more of like a brighter look, I would actually recommend the Huda Beauty powders. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in, just make sure the under eyes haven't like creased. And if they have, to blend that out. Tap off the excess of your powder and then go in and just tap that in. And what I like to do, I like to press the powder in so it's there. So it's not exactly baking, but it's not sitting on top of the skin. I like to just blend it in. I'm going to do the same for the other eye. Okay, so for the powders now, I'm going to go in with some blush first. So this is the Milani Blush. Guys, these blushes, they've been around for ages and they're amazing. So I'm going to go in, take more of an angled brush and just set on top. And do you know what? They have such a nice sheen. So you can kind of get that highlight and glow at the same time because I don't like to highlight too much anymore. And this is going to make the cheeks look so stunning. I'm not gonna lie guys, I don't think my makeup has ever looked this good. Just Just hit the temples, the nose. Look at that glow. Holy shit, that looks good. Okay. Okay, so let's hit the cheeks, just warm them up a little bit, bring that warmth back. Just a light layer of bronzer. Just to warm up the cheeks, hit the temples again. Now guys, it's okay to go in with a lot more product than you realise, because product can fade off throughout the day. So if you do want to pack it on now and then let it all sink in and marinate, that is probably the best thing to do. Go in with my contour brush for my nose and hit the nose. I use a more cool tone colour for my nose rather than a bronzer. So I actually use a shade in the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. It's this one, it's my transition shade. I use it for my nose contour as well because it's a lot more cool toned, and I just think it snatches my nose really nicely. It creates shadows rather than just like an overall warm look, which I prefer my nose personally. Slay. So good. What's next? Right, what I really want to do is I want to brush off some of the bake. So this is a Real Techniques brush as well. So it came in the same kind of fun like set that I was talking about earlier. So it came in with this, and they have another one as well, which I don't have on me right now. But we're just gonna dust off some of the bake. And then what we are gonna do, just in case I look pale or the translucent powder hasn't set in, I'm gonna use my Fenty foundation powder. I'm actually gonna go in with this, just so everything looks, you know, my shade, everything looks snatched. Just brings back a bit of colour to your face. What I actually like to do is I like to again go in with this shade. I have lip liners, but I really do like using a powder sometimes to line my lips. Look at that, look at how precise and pigmented that is. Now I will say, you're best off using a lip liner if you are going out, just because you won't be able to top up using this method. And then again, I like to overline. To go in with a lighter shade to kind of keep it that nudie tone. Again, guys, you can use powders, you can use concealers for this. Again, I'm using, what shade I'm using? I'm using the shade in the palette. Just to show you guys that you don't have to go out and buy all these products if you don't want to. I mean, I will, but you don't have to. And then I'm using a lip gloss from Primark. It's my go-to. It's literally like £1 and it literally smells like coconuts. Look at that. Okay guys, I'm just going to finish up my eyes and then I'm going to show you guys the final look. Alright girls, so this is the final look. We have achieved a bronzy, glowy, like just UK girl makeup. Now the reason why I wanted to post this was for my friend Dana. So Dana, this one's for you. This is how I get my makeup look. So yeah, if you guys like this video, then do go ahead and subscribe and like, because it really helps me out. And yeah, guys, I will be back with a vlog. So the weight gain journey has not stopped. So I will be back in with a vlog very soon. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.